Hi everybody, I am here to do a pick a stack love oracle reading for you guys, and I actually am going to do it with some items so that you can sort of play with your intuition a little bit. So I've got 5 items and we're going to do 5 stacks, so we're going to get right into this. The first item is an amethyst. Okay, it's an amethyst, so this is going to represent stack 1. All right, stack 1 is the amethyst. Okay, stack 2 is this little pinecone tree. I guess I would say, I would call it. This is something I found while I was out hiking one time. By the way, these items are a few items from my altar. Have lots of little fun things on there. So numbered stack 2, tiny little pinecone tree. Stack 3 is a raven's feather. Okay, a raven's feather. Stack 4 is this big acorn. I just got this the other day while I was out hiking. Big old acorn. So this is stack 4. And then the last stack is another thing I got while I was out hiking. Look at this thing. It's a quartz that I got out hiking. It's huge. I gotta clean it some, but yeah, this is it. Okay, so stack 1, amethyst. Stack 2, little pinecone tree. Stack 3, raven's feather. Stack 4, big old acorn. Stack 5, hiking quartz. All right, so those are the stacks, and when I go to upload this video, actually, you know what? I have got, okay, I know there's a pen around here because I just saw it. Look at me, doing stuff while I'm recording. Actually, you know what? Since the pen isn't here, I'm gonna open up my notes just so that I can do the timestamps in the video in the description box so that you guys can just click on the timestamp for the item that you chose. So I'm just going to open up a little note in my phone here so that I can just put the timestamps down. So thank you for bearing with me. All right, so all right, we're going to say 2:45 we'll say to start the first stack. All right, so the amethyst stack is stack 1. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to use my Everyday Witch Tarot deck to get a general energy. Okay, all right, stack 1, amethyst. What kind of energy is going on in their realm of love? Stack 1, realm of love. What's going on with that energy there? Strongest energy that we've got coming out. We've got 2 cards. I'm going to honor these 2 cards. Okay, I'm going to honor these 2 cards here. Usually I only do 1, but what else, right? All right, so we've got the Hermit and the 2 of Pentacles here. This energy is that either you are currently doing this or you need to do this, and it's going within and, you know, going within and making a choice. Either that or you're mentally juggling with a choice right now. It could have, obviously this is love. So this, you know, do you have choices, options? Like, you know, that's what that looks like to me, but it looks like a going within to really discover that, right? Which is the right way to do it, because you want to figure out, you know, what it is within your own self that you want, regardless of what the outside options are, what feels best to you. If it's not a F yes, then it's a F no, right? That's it. So that's the energy that's going on there. The Hermit card is also Virgo energy. Just want to throw that out there. And Pentacles are also Earth energy. So there's Earth energy coming through here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a Monology Oracle card. All right, Spirit, what do we have for stack 1, Amethyst, Monology Oracle card right here? Okay, Hold your vision, fixed moon. I like this. Hold your vision. And it's a fixed moon. So the just so you know, we have different signs too. The signs are either cardinal, mutable, or fixed. Your fixed signs are Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Yeah, those 4 signs are fixed signs, which means they are the least likely to, change their mind about things. It's like the headstrong thing, whereas the mutable signs are more likely to compromise. Okay, so this is saying, this is a fixed moon. Hold your vision. Like, stay true to whatever it is within your own self. Which is what I was saying. Like, it's about what you really, really want. At the end of the day, it's all up to you. It's not, don't, you want to consider other people's feelings, but you want to consider your feelings first in everything. So I'm going to open up the book and see what it says here for the fixed moon. It says, there are 2 main possibilities with this card, which I find very interesting, seeing that we've got the 2 possibilities here with the 2 of Pentacles, okay? The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that the events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With 2 interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for self-reflection. Okay, so additional meanings for this card are staying power, faith, or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down, avoid stagnation. A personal or professional relationship will be enduring. Okay, I almost said ending, but I'm glad I caught that. So enduring, it'll last. All right, so that's for the moon tree or moon card there. All right, so now we're gonna get into this Lover's Path Tarot. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards here. What do we have for the Amethyst from the Lover's Path Tarot? What do we have for the Amethyst? Right here. Okay. This card is, it says Romeo and Juliet here. Everybody knows about the Romeo and Juliet story, but the important thing about this, like this card says tradition. It's card number 5. It's actually a major arcana card. And this card is the Hierophant in the regular deck, or the Hierophant, however people say it. Everybody says it a little differently. But the Hierophant is the marriage card. Okay. So you could be in a relationship deciding if marriage is the direction you want to go in, which, I would hope that was like the direction you want to go in. I mean, as we all get older, that's the goal. Well, no, strike that. Some people don't want to be married. They just want to be in a relationship forever with the same person, and that's okay too. But this is a marriage card. So I'm going to read the little story here from the booklet because I wanted, I like the little stories. This says Romeo and Juliet are considered the quintessential example of star-crossed lovers. Trapped by their family's traditional hatred for each other, their love could only have a tragic ending. Sad as their tale may be, the love of Romeo and Juliet did bring an end to the tradition of intolerance that plagued their families. It gave way to a new tradition of peace and understanding. So a meaning for this card is following established social structures. In love relationships, the desire for marriage or some other formal structure for the sake of security, awareness of public image, and the desire to control it, and possible rigidity. Okay, so those are all, I love that message because a lot of, even just in certain cultures and different religions, people feel like they have to follow a certain path or be with a certain person in order to be doing things the proper way. This almost is saying like, you know, I like that it points out tolerance, because that's a big deal to all of us, like being tolerant of all different types of people. I'll pull one more card to go with the Hierophant. I said one more. 2 came out. Okay, so interesting is that a 5 card came out with the Hierophant here. 5s are all, you know, 5s do indicate chaos. But for me, when I see it with the Hierophant, it's almost telling me that there's some, again, what the card said, that there's like some sort of a structure or something in place that needs to change, right? So we've got the 5 of Swords here, and we've got the Ace of Swords. It's almost like there's this awareness that there is something within your relationship. Maybe there's, just something that might not be fair, something that feels unfair, just an awareness that, you know, maybe there's, sorry, just like I'm thinking about equality and like really realizing like what's fair and what's right, you know, for you. Sorry. Sometimes it takes me a little time to get to the place where I want to be, but I am going to get my little booklet out. And I'm going to read. All right. So yeah, this 5 of Arrows or 5 of Swords, you know, this is a conflict card. So this is a struggle, distrust, arguments. This could be the need for self-protection or caution, discomfort or struggle with a situation, right? So this could be not, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be insanely crazy, out of control struggle, but this could indicate this internal struggle within yourself, you know, and with the Ace of Swords, it's that moment of clarity. Sometimes you come to a realization about things and it's not really the easiest realization to come to about something. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's where your growth is. So whatever it is that you are internally dealing with, it's time to really, you know, shake it up, right? Okay, so I'm going to close it off with, I'm going to pull some 3 oracles from my Romance Angels deck. So take them how they resonate, okay? All these messages might not be for you, or they all might be for you. All right. Can we get 3 cards for Amethyst, please? That's a lot more than 3. 3 cards for Amethyst. 3 messages. What do we have? Okay, this one came out. This says engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, and this is a direct link to the Hierophant card. Remember, the Hierophant is the marriage card. So this is a direct link to that. You might be getting engaged. You just might be taking, you know, a friendship to a relationship level, or a relationship to the, you know, to a higher level. So maybe that's what your internal struggle is right now. You're like, oh, is this really what I'm going to do? All right, let's get another message. What else do we have for Amethyst, please? That's a lot of cards. All right, what do we have for Amethyst, please? I need 2 more cards. Oh, here's one. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Amen to that. Woohoo! Amen, siesta. Okay, forgiving and learning. That is a big one. You cannot progress without doing that. Forgive yourself, too. It's not just about other people. Oh, there's the last card. And this one says, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. All right, so this is what I have for Amethyst here. I'm going to gather up my cards back together so that I can do the next stack. All right. The next stack is the little pine cone tree little pinecone tree, stack 2 pinecone tree. And we're gonna put that starting time as 15. So we're doing the little acorn tree stack right now. All right, so we're gonna get started with my Everyday Witch tarot deck to get a general energy in your love realm. Little acorn tree. Little acorn, not acorn tree, I'm sorry. There's an acorn in stack 4. This is the little pinecone tree. The little pinecone tree, okay? Pinecone tree. All right, what do we have in the realm of love for the little pinecone tree? Oh, it fell out. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Someone's got anxiety here, little pinecone tree. Some anxiety. You could be overthinking about something. You could be having sleepless nights. You could be just like kind of a mess about things. The nice thing about the 9 of Swords is like you're getting close to the ending of whatever cycle it is, but you're in a very cerebral place right now about something. So there's a lot of overthinking happening. All right, so let's move into the Moonology deck and see what we've got here. Thing with this 9 of Swords card here is that the sun is coming up in that window, okay? So I've got to stop looking down. Look out the window, see the sun. Add some brightness to your day. I know how hard it is, believe me, I've been through some shite, okay? So I know. All right, little pinecone tree. What do we got from the Moonology deck? Little pinecone tree. That's this card here. Ooh, this is New Moon in Aries. Okay, New Moon in Aries. And it says it's time to take action, right? Don't be sitting there fretting. It's time to make some moves, make some movement, stir that energy up, shake it off, shake everything off, you know? That's what you gotta do. Like Taylor Swift, she was onto something when she came up with that song because shaking it off works. I swear to G, it does. All right, so where's my little moon booklet? Here it is. All right, we're gonna look at New Moon in Aries here. Where are ye? Here it is. New Moon in Aries. The flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons and you're right on track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there is something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people, don't go too fast and don't forget your manners. So I'm not telling you to forget your manners. Don't forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. All right. So one of the messages here is don't even think about giving up. Okay. It says do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a 12-month plan or a new male is coming into your life. So that is the messages from the Moonology deck. And now I'm going to get into my Lover's Path Tarot. And let's see what we've got for a little pinecone tree. I have no idea why, but I love saying little pinecone tree. It's really cute. Little pinecone tree. What do we have for the little pinecone tree? Eight of Swords. Okay, so all right, look it, we've got 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. So I'm going to tell you right now, whatever is going on, little pinecone tree, it is all you, boo. Which means that you can get out of this, right? These swords are all around you. They're not a part of you. You're allowing whatever is bothering you to hold you back from what it is you need to do. Like literally your brain is telling you the opposite of what you want. That's what is happening. So the opposite of what you want in your life is what's cycling through your head right now. And you need to shake it off and like take some action so that you can clear that energy, because it's strong. Okay, it's strong in this reading right now. All right, let's see here. I want to look at this. Eight of Arrows, depression, entrapment, and victimization. Meanings: entrapped by emotions and sorrow, inability to move, feeling victimized, extreme sorrow. Okay, and literally, like, this is these two cards here. I don't know who you are, you little pinecone tree, but I love you, and I hope you're doing okay. Let's get one more card here. Temptation. Temptation. Okay, this card is the Devil card. Okay, this is Capricorn energy, but also this could be, just maybe you're dealing with a bad person. You could be dealing with toxic energies. You could be dealing with addiction. You could just be really heavy in your shadow self right now. You could be experiencing a dark night of the soul, which is when you really start to feel sad, because it's almost like inside you realize that whatever life you're living or whatever you believed in, it's not really what you want. And so you kind of go through this phase of like, damn, life is definitely not what I thought it was going to be, and I'm really sad about that. Really sad I have to let go of these things, or that I've realized that this isn't good for me. You know, it's that sort of an energy. So right now I feel like it's really, you're internalizing some things. All right, so let's see the Temptation card here. Okay, yep, this is the Devil card, and it says inner turmoil and obsession. And there's a little story with this one. Some of them have stories, some don't. This one says Francesca da Polenta of Ravenna was married to Giovanni Malatesta to strengthen their family's political bonds. But there was one problem. Francesca loved Giovanni's brother, the handsome Paolo. Tempted by love, Francesca and Paolo's story could only end in sorrow. These true events inspired the poet Dante, who had a vision of Paolo tenderly embracing Francesca to protect her against the forces swirling about them in Hades. Dante retold their sad story in his Inferno, the first book of the Divine Comedy. So the meanings of this card are tempted by forces one cannot control, obsession in the form of envy, sensual desires, the need to be controlling. So those are just some of those. And then I'm going to round off your reading with some romance angel cards. I'm going to get 3 cards. Take these messages as they resonate. You know, one might be for you and 2 might not be, or vice versa. All 3 might be for you. First one says, got 2 here. I'm going to take them because I want 3 cards. So the first one says, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. Okay. So if you're going through a hard time, reach out, right? Your friends, don't be alone. You know, sometimes you need support of others to help you through things. You know, sitting and being depressed and anxious is, you know, if you keep cycling through that loop, it's like a very tiny karma loop, and it's not fun just always being depressed about things all the time. You know, try to work really hard on changing that. The second one is romantic feelings, and it says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then we're going to get one more card here from my little pinecone trees. My little pinecone trees. Oh, sending you guys hugs, okay? And the last one is soulmate, and it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, yes, this is your soulmate. All right, so that's what I have for my little pinecone trees. I hope that it helped you guys. I'm sending you love. I'm going to gather up my cards so I can move on to stack 3. Okay. Stack 3. Let me get my, all right. notes out so that I can record what time stack 3 is going to start. Stack 3, 25. We'll just say 25:10. Yeah, 25:10. Stack 3, the Raven's Feather. Stack 3, the Raven's Feather. All right, so we're going to get into it with my Everyday Witch Tarot deck to get the general energy in the Raven's Feathers love realm. All right, Raven's Feather. Oh, that flipped right over there. We got the High Priestess. Okay, so intuition. You're following your intuition. I love this with the Raven's Feather because Raven's Feather is about ancestral communications, being protected by your ancestors, being surrounded by, you know, protective energies, spiritual protective energy. And I like that the High Priestess is there. It's almost like you're connected. Okay, you're connected and you can use your intuition and be in tune here. So it's almost like you are guided right now. You are guided in the direction forward for yourself. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Moonology Oracle cards here. Ooh, they're going crazy right now. I realize my camera's a little bit higher than it usually is, so I'm sorry, guys. All right, we got one that fell on the floor. All right, and this one is bring love into the situation, and this is a new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so bring love into the situation. You could see Aquarius is the water bearer, so it's like they have this vessel of emotion and they're like using it as a tool, right? A lot of people think Aquarius is like a water sign, but they're not. But they have the ability to harness the emotions and there's a word that I want to say. They can focus it into one spot instead of it spilling out all over the place like us water signs have it happen. Oh, I'm a Pisces, so I know all about that. All right, so let's see what this says here. So new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity, so this is the time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move toward your future as soon as possible. So explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. You need to be more detached from this situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. Okay, so this, the feeling that I'm getting from this is it's sort of like saying like follow your intuition to follow your best path, right? That's sort of like, when we do what's best for us and we bring in the right energy to us. And that's the work that it seems to need to be done right now. For you, my Raven's Feathers, is to really sort of bring it to the table. You bring what you want to bring to the table, and then whoever else is going to be in your life, excuse me, sorry. I thought I had makeup on my eye. And whoever is going to come into your life, it's going to be the right energy. All right, so I'm going to move on to my Lover's Path Tarot deck and see what we've got. Okay, what do we have for the Raven's Feathers? Raven's Feathers. Ooh, here we go. We got the Nine of Swords. Very interesting. That energy just came up in the little Pinecone trees reading too. It's the Nine of Swords. Not surprising. A lot of people have racing thoughts, they have anxiety, they overthink things. So it's possible that you are overthinking whatever the situation is, when really what you need to do is just stop and make the situation what you want it to be. It's like the power is in your hands and you need to follow your intuition. All right, let's get another card here. Actually, hold on. I still want to read this even though I just did for the other. So anxiety, unresolved issues, insomnia, worries that keep one awake, an issue that needs to be looked at more closely. Only then will it be transformed. Trials and tribulations, guilt, psychic disturbances. Okay, so like I said, just a lot of anxiety. Like, right? They mention insomnia. You could have insomnia about something, you know. All right, let's get one more card, please, for my raven's feathers. Here it is. And we got the King of Cups. The King of Cups. So the King of Cups can tend to be, even though the King of Cups is water energy, the King of Cups can be emotionally distant. And with this Aquarius, this new moon in Aquarius energy, this High Priestess energy, which is sort of like internal, following intuition. It seems like whatever this is, you're overthinking, there's emotional distance here. And I say, especially having the bring love into the situation, you've got the King of Cups is holding the cup, and then you've got this, this new moon in Aquarius card where you can see they've got their vessel of water, right? And this king has his vessel of water too. So this is almost like self-mastery. Kings are the highest suit in the tarot the highest card in each suit. So the King of Cups would lead me to the thought process of emotional mastery, right? But, maybe you do need to detach yourself so that you don't feel these feelings for a little bit, right? And add some love into it, because fear is quite the opposite energy of love, in that it creates a really distorted energy that you don't want in your field, and it's stopping you from the progress that you want. All right, so I'm gonna finish off with my Romance Angels deck. I'm gonna pull 3 cards, take what messages resonate and what don't. One card might be for you, 2 might be for you, or all 3. Who knows? Oh, here's one. Okay, this card says flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others, right? Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Bring love into the situation. Couldn't be more clear than that. Why would you, if you want to create a situation with someone that you have an interest in, why make it one that's filled with anxiety and worry? Fill it with love. Make your interactions with that person always positive, because then, that's how they'll associate you with that, with a positive energy. But not in a fake way, like being your own true positive self. This says healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Maybe in the past you saw the way your parents governed their relationships, and you don't want to be like them, or you're afraid that you're going to end up like them, or you're going to do what they do. You just have to forgive them for whatever they did and realize that you're a different person no matter what happens, even if you do the same thing as them. We're all humans. People do the same things as each other. There's a lot of us on here, so statistically speaking, don't worry about that, just realize that, as people, we're always growing. So your parents, when they were raising you, they were growing too, but you just didn't realize it. Let's get one more card here. Here it is. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership in whatever capacity this is, right? If you're considering something with somebody, put in some work on it. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can just be, just taking the time to, reach out to that person more regularly, stuff like that. I think a lot of times people want to make these big grand gestures, and just little things help. Little things move things along too. All right, so that's what I have for you, my raven's feathers. We're gonna gather these cards up, and then I'm gonna move on to stack 4. And I gotta take a note in here of stack 4. Stack 4, we're gonna start at 35.25. 35.25. Hey, stack 4. We've got the big ol' acorn. All right, the big ol' acorn. And here it is. This big ol' acorn I found hiking. All right. So let's get started with my Everyday Witch Tarot deck to get a general energy of my big ol' acorns. Okay. Ooh, we've got the moon card. This is Pisces energy, but the moon is also about things that are hidden or unseen or unknown, or things that you might be wondering about and you're not sure, or, not really knowing which way to move forward. All right. So that's the moon card. So that's Pisces energy. That is also Cancer energy. So we got some water energy coming through here. All right, we're going to move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to get an oracle for our big old acorns. Our big old acorns. Oh, this whole thing just flew over. All right. Oop, all right, it flipped in here. All right. Ah, this is great. And the reason I say that is because I just told you, this is about not knowing what the heck is going on, right? Well, this card, Full Moon in Gemini, it says, the answers you need are coming. The answers you need are coming. All right, so let's see what the booklet says about that. But that's so cool. It's almost like maybe right now you're just trying to figure something out. Spirit says, it's a coming. Answers are coming. All right. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. As metaphysician Florence Scovel Shinn put it, your word is your wand. You create magic in your own reality every time you express yourself. So this says, have an important conversation, but stay calm. Don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off the situation and just move on. Job applications have good prospects. Okay, so those are some things that came out of the Moonology Oracle card. And now I'm going to move on to my Lover's Path Tarot deck. What do we have for our big old acorns? Oh, it's this one here. Okay, so this is the Page of Swords. Someone could be watching you online, keeping their eye on you, but they're not saying nothing. Let's see what else is coming through with this. And we've got the Two of Swords. Page of Swords and Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's someone that you don't know or see. Whoa, this is nuts. Yeah, look at it. It's like the same person. It's the same freaking person. And I think you're blind to the situation. I think you don't know. Maybe you have a person in mind, but you don't know what they really think or how they really feel. Or there's just someone who has their eye on you that you don't even know who they are. It's kind of a surprise. That's what I'm getting here. Like, whatever it is, it's like, surprise. Surprise. Big acorns. All right, so we're going to end this off with, wow. You guys' reading went by pretty quickly, but it was pretty clear, even though it started off unclear. Very interesting. But I'm going to get 3 more cards from my Romance Angel stack here. All right. 1 may apply, 2 may apply, 3 may apply to you. Just take what resonates with these cards. All right, let's get 3 cards from my big old acorns. I love saying that. It was kind of like my little pinecone trees on the other reading. My big old acorns. Oh, here's one. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Someone getting married? Someone's getting married. Okay. Let's see. Another card. Ugh. This says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Oh, that's so cute. Just little kisses. And 1 more card. 1 more card from a big old acorns. Bring it. Bring it, Spirit. Give them their last message, please. Come on, baby. And there it goes. This says, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Raven's Feather just had this pop up too. All right. Look at that. There's just coupling in all of this, you see? Look at that. Very nice coupling happening in all of these. All right, so that's what I have from a big old acorns, and I'm gonna move on to my last stack here. Gather all my cards up first before I mark down the time. All right, so my last stack at my 42.25. All right, 42.25 here. Okay, so we've got our last stack 5. Okay, this is a quartz that I found hiking the other day. This thing is a monster. It's a monster. All right, so my quartz pile, my hiking quartz pile. All right, so we're going to start off with my Everyday Witch Tarot deck, just to get the general energy of the reading. All right, quartz. What's the energy in the realm of love for the quartz peeps? Energy in the realm of love. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, so that's like a family energy. That's like a solid, like, this is the family. You know, it could be buying a house, an inheritance, just like a wedding, just a solid foundation of a family. That's what I get with the 10 of Pentacles, like established, secure situation. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to get a Moonology card for you. Okay, that's too many cards. So many. It's a lot of cards flipping over here. See, I'm gonna put them back in, but just showing you. Ooh, sorry, I'm seeing like cards. This card I've never seen before, and it's just so cool. Check it out. This will be a little. So it says expect powerful. I'm reading it backwards on the screen. Change. Nice. Okay, it's a beautiful card. All right. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so this card, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. All right, so let's see what the little book says. New moon in Scorpio. This says, this card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to start to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into the body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Have some sexy time. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? And make an investment. Okay, so that's the energy we're getting from the moon cards. And I'm going to move on to my Lover's Path tarot deck here. Make an investment in 10 of Pentacles. That's something to consider there. Make an investment. Maybe it's like I said, it could be about buying a home. That's an investment. So it's too many cards here. All right, let's get a card. Let's get a card for the Quartz crew. Quartz crew. I like that. Ooh, okay. Oh, who got this? I think the first stack got this too. The Hierophant. It's tradition. It's the Romeo and Juliet card, but the Hierophant is the marriage card. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles here too. The 10 of Pentacles, you could be, buying a house with your person, or you could just be considering a marriage or a relationship that you think will lead to marriage. Let's read the little booklet here. All right, so this says, Romeo and Juliet are considered the quintessential example of star-crossed lovers. Trapped by their family's traditional hatred for each other, their love could only have a tragic ending. Sad as their tale may be, the love of Romeo and Juliet did bring an end to the tradition of intolerance that plagued their families. It gave way to a new tradition of peace and understanding. Okay, so the meaning for this card is following established social structures. In love relationships, the desire for marriage or some other formal structure for the sake of security, awareness of public image and the desire to control it, and possible rigidity. So that's that, and I'm going to get one more card to go with it. It's right here. We got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. So this is I feel a high level commitment that you're looking to establish, because we've got the 10 of Pentacles here, right? And so the King of Pentacles is the man in that card. Okay, that's just how it is. So he's in that card, right? So there's a total, this really has a lot to do with higher level of commitment, I think. And, with this card here with the Scorpio, the new moon in Scorpio, there could be some fear behind that, about the direction that things are moving, or, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna end this with 3 cards from my Romance Oracle deck. 1, 2, or 3 cards may resonate with you. Some of these messages might be for you, and some might not be. Just take what resonates. All right, so let's get. Ooh, there's one. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Damn, stack 5. This is a nice stack. Shit. I don't know who this is for, but I wish it was for me. This is the romance of a lifetime. All right, and let's see, we'll get 2 more cards. That's way more than 2. 2 more cards, please. Look, unrequited love. Huh. Okay, so this is a total opposite one. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's an interesting one to pop out. That's an interesting one to pop out. It's quite the opposite here. Very interesting. One more card. Like I said, take what resonates and leave it behind. If you're in an unrequited love situation, I think you would know that. But, you know, I'm just gonna say, fuck that shit, dude. Like, if somebody don't like you, just fucking move on. Who cares? That's the way I see it. Like, fuck that. Like, dude, the earth is full of people. Get out there. You know? Move on. All right, last message. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, right? Move on to some new love if you're experiencing unrequited love. But this, besides this one card here, the rest of these cards are telling me that there's something like there's a higher level of commitment available to you in this stack. So that was the last stack for these readings. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit the alarm bell. Let me know what you think of my readings. I'm open to suggestions. Love to hear from you guys. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye.